Well, good morning. CBS AM debrief, Friday the 6th of August, about 8:30 AM. I'm David Combe. Final report for the week. Not too much happening in the markets overnight. All eyes are probably focused on the non-farms payroll data, which is due out tonight in the States. Now, this will give investors a real feeling for whether or not the US is going to perhaps slide into a double-dip recession, or perhaps things are a little bit more benign than that, and whilst job growth remains tepid, there isn't sort of a further slide back. So I guess that's going to be the focus there. Let's take a look at what the markets did, and then move on and have a look at the economic calendar, and then look at some of the price action in Falcon Trader. Okay, so Dow up 44, S&P 500 up 6.78, and the Nasdaq up 20.05. And Europe a little bit of a mixed bag. Again, though, fairly modest moves. So FTSE down 10 points, CAC up 13, and the DAX up 23. Futures for our markets pointing up 28. The Hang Seng up 44, and the Nikkei 225 up 50. And take a look at the futures with crude still in that $82 range, not moving much there at all, down 3 cents. Coffee at 169 3/4. Corn at 415, cotton at 79.47, and oats at 293 1/4, and rough rice at 11.29, soy at $10.24 1/4, sugar at 18.88 cents a pound, and wheat, the big move for the night, at 755 1/2. That was up 45 cents, and that's a bit over 6%. That was on the back of the Russians announcing that they would ban all exports of wheat because of the severe droughts that basically perished the crop in the ground. So, yeah, very, very strong move there. Those of you that have been following Jonathan's tweets and took that wheat trade would be sitting pretty happy at the moment. The interesting thing is that the actual wheat inventory numbers are very, very high. So the speculation around the office here is that got a lot of hedge funds moving into that particular commodity, and so perhaps don't want to be holding on that for the long term, and take some profits off the table while you can. Now to copper. Sorry, I think I missed wool, which was $9.25 a kilo. Copper at 339.60, which is down 0.7%. And gold's at $1,197.60, up 1.7 cents, $1.7. And silver is at $18.30. Have a look now. Currency pairs, with the euro trading at 1.313536, the pound at 15888, the yen at 86.33, the Aussie at 91.67, the CAD at 1.0180, and the Swiss franc is 1.0536. Take a look at the economic calendar, and there's a real slew of data out, a lot from Europe rather. Industrial production month on month and year on year, producer price index, output, core and NSA, German industrial production, Canadian full-time employment change, and then of course the big one at 10:30 tonight, which is the non-farms payroll. So that's the whole sector of the economy outside of agriculture that they're mapping there. Okay, let's have a look at a couple of the markets on the Falcon. Okay, first the Aussie dollar there just continues to march higher, and I guess if we get a poor number tonight, we can expect a sell-off here, and certainly we are getting up towards the topper end of the recent trading range. So might see that trend change somewhere around these levels here. A little bit hard to say. Have a look now at the local index. Still maintaining this trend line here, so I haven't broken through that, but sort of starting to see, to my eyes, the makings of a little bit of a sort of a double top there. Not too sure about that one. AWE is one we've been talking about the last couple of sessions, and I think if crude continues to hold this level or move up higher, of course it will be supportive of the oil explorers and producers generally, but I think we said that AWE's taken a fair bit of punishment lately and should be continuing to bounce off these lows here. Now the US dollar index, getting a little bit of pause here and a little bit of consolidation coming through, but probably a little bit too soon to jump to any great conclusions there. A little bit of support over in this area here back in the first quarter of the year. And now to oats. Seems to be getting uplift from the rest of the soft commodities, and broken decisively through that top there at just under 80, and some of the action in some of the other grain complexes probably got a bit more upside here before we look at some resistance up here past 85. QBE working nicely in the up direction. Probably going to be a bit of time before we see that start to take out the $18 level if all goes according to plan. And rough price, really good move up last night. Nearly got to $12, but then fell away quite quickly. So not quite sure what happened there. We'll find out, no doubt, as the day goes on, what exactly happened. Finally, now quick look at gold. Sort of getting an inverted head and shoulders formation here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and now we seem to be moving onward and upward there. Okay, well, I think that wraps things up. End of the week here, so good weekend to everyone. As always, thanks for watching.